Lu Ji is not here.
Why not?
He has been imprisoned for refusing to give the attendants the bribes they expected.
No.
He stuck to his principles and allowed himself to be condemned for a crime he did not commit. He is a fool.
The corrupt officials are the ones at fault. There is no reason Lord Lu Ji should be blamed.
Those with power live. Those without die. Anyone who fails to understand this truth is nothing more than a fool. Cunning is but another means to power. Lu Ji failed to realize this, and now finds himself a captive. So, are you one of the powerful, or not? I do not judge on status or title. Prove it during this battle. You may make a name for yourself if you are successful.
And if I fail to do so?
Then the battlefield will claim your life. That goes for both of us. We have defeated Cheng Zhao's main force in battle. And it seems you've proven that you can at least survive.
Aye.
I hear both Zheng Bao and Zheng Liang are facing defeat after defeat. The end is near for the Yellow Turbans. Now, let me ask you, out of curiosity, what do you think Cheng Zhao lacked? Why has he been forsaken by the heavens, fallen from grace? Indeed. His actions did move the realm. But he did not have the strength to move the heavens. It matters not what one's ideals are. Without strength or victory, nothing is accomplished. In both politics and war, the weak are the first to flounder. And as soon as one has shown their weakness, their fate is sealed.
Ridiculous. So those without strength are destined for doom?
That is the nature of this realm.
It's nature.
There you are. Another victory under your belt. The Yellow Turbans are just starved dogs. They'll prosper if they... Now then, why are you without an official... An interesting reply. Such cunning has its own merits. It demonstrates understanding that power is something used for one... There you are. Another victory under your belt. The Yellow Turbans are just starved dogs. They'll prostrate themselves before the might of the Imperial Court. If they truly want to save themselves, they'll need to acquire enough power to devour even the heavens. To tell you the truth, your abilities caught my eye. So much so that I specifically set out to speak with you. Now then, you fight as an unmarked warrior, do you not? Why are you without an official position? And to what purpose do you apply your abilities? An interesting reply. Is it one intended to curry favor with me? Such cunning has its own merits. It demonstrates understanding that power is something used for one's own ends. For the land, for the Han Dynasty, for the Lord they serve, those seeking power have a bad habit of aligning themselves with some great cause. But in the end, people operate for their own ambitions. Look at the Yellow Turbans. They rose from the bloodshed in a time of desperation, and then devoured the weak in turn. Those same Yellow Turbans will be decimated by the Han. devouring the weak for our own aims. It's simply what humans do. That's precisely why it's power that determines our fates. If you're strong, you live. If you're weak, you perish. Even among the strong, you stand taller still. I have no doubt you are capable of determining your own path in life. But one also mustn't forget their superiors. You best take care, lest you wind up as prey yourself. Had the Yellow Turban rebels gained a little more power, their story would be different. Being devoured in an instant by the very same Han that caused them to starve. One beast struggling as it's devoured by another on the verge of death. Quite a boring story once you get down to it. I'm rather loose-lipped today. We're done speaking. Be gone. So, it was you that caught my eye out on the battlefield. No surprise there. You fought well. Enjoy your praise from the great Dong Zhuo. How do you find the winds in Liang province? There's a greater chill to them than in the Central Plains. A frontier region, far removed from the cities. Even the Imperial Court's authority doesn't reach here. Its people simply live as they wish, without a care for the state. It's been the site of countless uprisings. Yet, I prefer being posted here. The geography and climate are harsh, and so the people here seek the power to devour others, and to avoid being devoured themselves. Though the weak masses may also devour the strong. The fallen become sustenance. That is the essence of life. Do you not think it more agreeable than stagnating in some boring administrative post? I'm beginning to get a sense of what you're all about. The capital has become stagnant. There's no understandable battle of strength, just deception and cheating. It's not life. It's a slow death, and I detest it. The Qiang tribe and Yellow Turban rebels are both just struggling to survive. But these people in the capital, they haven't even realized that they're already dead. A kingdom of death, where the deceased stride around devouring the living. That's the reality of the Han Dynasty. If that is the case... This conversation's gone on too long. Off with you. Well, I did not think I would hear your name here. An impressive display, as always. I'd like to recognize your achievements yet again. So, have you seen the state of the capital? No one can deny it at this point. The Han Dynasty is rotting from the inside. Do you understand what I must do now? Indeed. And I see that you too have learned how to utilize your own power. Decaying or not, the Han Dynasty has a long history, and the power and authority it has accumulated will not prove easy to seize. And that is why I shall devour them, completely. Will my actions lead to a world thriving on war, or one of chaos ruled by death? It's difficult to say. If something isn't done, however, the rot is sure to steadily spread. I refuse to accept that. What's more, I've obtained the power necessary to change that. So, how about it? Would you be interested in serving me? Even without your consent, I have ways of making use of you. Still, it's precisely because of that attitude that you have value. You shall be a wind that traverses Liang province, submitting to no one and making the presence of the strong known. That wind carries with it the life I desire. It has been a true pleasure. Go now. Move through the land, under your own freedom. Such devastating beauty. And it seems that's not your only weapon. I'm glad, Cao Cao. I like your answer. Han's authority died with the revolt of the Yellow Turbans. It is only logical that we nourish ourselves on the meat of such carrion. As such, I have feasted without compunction. Besides, isn't your alliance attempting to do the exact same? Peel away all this fancy talk of justice, and the truth is laid bare. We are all
right, let's go!
Vying for carrion.
And he sure is hungry.
I can't believe it's you. What a twist of fate.
What, she's now red?
And the law of beasts is that the strong swiftly consume the weak. That goes for individual men and empires alike. Seeing as all men are desperate to live, they inevitably band together.
The enemy officer.
That is the guiding principle of my reign. I see.